Good afternoon to everyone, to our teacher, Sir Jojo, uh, and to our classmate. Yes, my name is Vang Thoseng or Zion, and I'm so thankful to be a student of Sir Jojo as our teacher. Yes, and the thing that I want to share or present to you through the titles that given by our teacher Sir Jojo, and I the one choose one title is share or speaks of the life of missionaries to the country. And what happened, what the interesting, what was difficulty, or what the situation was. So let us start study together, so we will know that how the life missionary be to the country, what difficult they were. Yeah. So let us start, and I choose the title is a long term and short of missionary films. The long and short of missionary terms. Yes. And these missionaries, as a family, they be a missionary to the country, and that country is Pakistan. What they did, what they were, and they faced the situation. We will learn together through this lesson. Yeah. So first, the virtues of long-term missionaries. In this part, very interesting and very exciting, also very difficult as the life of missionaries. Must been through the lesson of this. So the virtues of long-term missionaries. Yeah, I would like to share to you in this 3 point of short points. I mean, in this title. Yeah. The first, career missionaries are enriched by learning the country culture. The country culture. Yeah. That is the first step of messenger as a missionary. We know that the country we will go to share the gospel. The first thing we must know the culture of that country. Yeah. So when we've been through, it will easy for us to share. That is the first step. Yeah. So I will tell you, or I will present to you what were they do at this part. Yeah. Career missionaries are enriched by learning the host country culture. Career missionaries who have been in their chosen chosen country for many years can easily see how their longevity facilitates a mission. As a veteran missionaries of Campo noted, having spent 43 years as missionaries in Pakistan, we daily experience the advantage of having been here long term, knowing from the start that we had made a life commitment to this country. We were determined to the national language. Well, national language Welsh. Yes, that I told you a while ago that they must been through the national language. Yeah, so that we could communicate with the deeper truth of the gospel and enter more meaningfully into the Pakistan ways of thinking and rating. As we have made closer friends over the year with Pakistanis from a variety of the tribes, our lives have been immeasurable, enriched, and we have come to value many of the strong points in their culture. One day we saved just enough pieces of cake to give one to each member of the village family we were visiting. We gave it to them inside the house where nobody would see. Immediately our hostess cut each pieces into four and happily took it outside to share with the neighbors. We suddenly saw our selfishness. Yeah, that is the first. Yeah, the first. Western Christian who do well to learn from their Pakistani brethren. For instance, Pakistanis do not see hospitality as an imposition, even if their own resources as a measure. One Christian family earning less than $50 a month welcomed a dozen guests from the nearby village. The most as delighted how beautiful that many have come to see us. We are so privileged, and he meant it. The title they had was generously shared. The extant Pakistani family is also very precious. Each relationship has specific name, and relatives are called not by his or her personal name, but by their relationship to you. You would call your Uncle John Mamu, which means mother's brother. Yeah, mother's brother. Yeah. Relatives take interest in all members of instant family, which give the children a strong sense of security. Other family members immediately adopt or friends. All the people are also in high respect and sought after for advice, being vitally involved in all family activities, feeling on self or unimportant. As I told you a while ago that in their country, in the Pakistan, the first is to learn their culture. Yeah, first to learn their culture and learn their language. After, when we understand the culture and the language, it will be easy to share the gospel. And later on, we can see through this presenter, we can see that they must have a relationship as well. Yeah. And number two is relationships have time to develop meanings and love. Long-term missionaries learn to do things a now Western way. In the West, education, training, and skills with the greatest respect. A particular contribution in the field is pronounced and highly valued. For this reason, many Western believers come devour the countries for limited period of time in order to accomplish some program or complete some project. Those short-term workers are valuable, but in most of these countries experience and long-term relationships are far more valued than education or skills, especially in the rural sentence meaningful relationships that result in changed lives. The older you become yourselves, the more influence you can have, not only on friends your age, but on successive generations as well. Yeah, and that is the second point. The third is blessing flow to the next generations. Sometimes these cultures will updatation extends to second generations missionaries who start out even better and prepare for missionary life. A long-term missionary couple recognize this head start in their 5 children. Now missionaries are serving in several different countries. They are able to thrive in ranching environments to in a Pakistani village, one without running water or electricity, other in Abadian. A four in China, and fifth, deeper understand of the culture than we have. Excellent pronunciation of the language and serious appreciation for the music, drama, and poetry of this country. Even the extent of being able to compose songs and poems. This opens the door and heart in amazing way. Yeah, that's the way that the missionaries used in Pakistan. Yeah, and I will tell you again a little bit more about the variable is the long-term missionaries. I realize a check cheerfully clearly missionary are not perfect. They make a mistake. Missionary are after all rare people. The first conflict. The primary case of missionary departure from Pakistan over the past of 5 years has been conflict with other college. Most ingenious either don't feel afflicted as sorry enough problem, or their resources are so light stress that on the fear missionaries cares receives lowing priority rank. The multicultural missionary coming from near sources, Asia, Africa, South American, have intensified this. These new missionaries often feel money by the culture of the former Western missionaries and unable to function as they would like to without missionaries structure. Yeah. That is the conflict. Yeah, conflict. And the second, Mr. individually. Yeah, individually it means lonely or alone in the situation. Yeah. Sometimes we are together, we are not really difficult because as long as we are many. But example, how about lonely or individual? Yeah, something will be happen in mind and emotion will be changed as well. Yeah, our missionaries came with preconceived ideas of what will work and how to win people to Christ. One of the biggest problems is the Western offense on individually, and our insistence and individual decisions for Christ. And that is the one they have been as well. And the third is delight of natural relationship development. During the meetings, one of the missionaries said, as long as missionaries are in the leadership role of national leadership will not develop as rapidly. There is a natural historical, transitional, mission logical, and biblical passion of the role of the missionaries from appointment and passion. It is the partner from promoter of the national. This stage can be observed in Pakistan today through different range and contact. All right. So let me give the value and pitfalls of the short-term workers. People serving as short-term workers can be very unfavorable to the cost of price in a particular country. It means the country that special that you choose to be sewing there. All right. Here we have 16 that I want to share to you, and it is most important for us to learn and apply it in the future as well. Okay, the first, they become inspired by their experience to go in the long-term work and find what they have learned on the short term is good preparation for it. That's the first. And the second, they communicate their enthusiasm to their senders, and home churches are often able to involve them as well in hands-on missions. And the third, they contribute in special areas of expertise. Expertise that as well. It means they give the place to prayer, medicine, and teaching English, fixing. It means they do the things for a little bit cheap and free to the people, because the way they did is not for to get the money, but the point is they want to share the gospel. All right. And number 4, they can free full-time missionaries who know the language and culture from agitated search as office work or route in the administration, which can be done without cross-cultural depth. That's number 4. And number 5, if young, they often rule it and to use of the country very positively. And number 6, if older, they usually adjust more readily, have more tact understanding, and are able to handle the leg. That's the 16 that I read to you, and a little bit more. Western conventions and entertainment such as fast food, big league sport, movies. Also they may have more experience in using. It means repairing, outdating, equipment, often found in missionaries. All right. And through this lesson is challenge me to be ready. To be ready for, because the country, you never know the people, the culture, and even the situation. It will be difficult in the mind, but we have the heart to believe in God that the country that God chooses us to be sojourner or to share the gospel, God will be the one who opened the way. But let us have faith in God. All right? Yes. So let me short conclusion for us to understand more about this present or this title, the life of missionary to Pakistan. Okay. The conclusion. Pakistan has reminded amazing open the missionaries. Visas are available. One comes as a replacement for someone who is leaving a missionary post. There are a few restrictions or ways of sharing the gospel. As long as you do not criticize others' faith, there is such a strong interest in the religion that this topic is one of the first to be interested by people you meet. Everyone is open to pray when they are sick or in trouble. Many are grateful for the help they have received from Christian schools and hospitals. Now is the time. Now is the time, but it is the reflecting moment. And again, one respected international in Pakistan concluded, regardless of the short term or long term, I would like to see both concentrating on national leadership. Now is the time for leadership of the Pakistan church. Hear the call. Hear the call. The younger generation is ready. Education and spirited. Both groups would do well to concentrate or partnering